Now, let me turn to my Get Real India story today. And it's a story that should concern each and every one of us, because as we battle the COVID-19 crisis with the focus entirely on COVID patients, what about several other patients who are facing difficulties in getting proper treatment and care in hospitals, from blood transfusion to dialysis to even cancer patients? Tonight's Get Real India story is on the plight of non-COVID patients.
A 9-month-old baby in her arms, this mother is desperate to get her son treated. Ayan was operated on the 22nd of March at Delhi's Safdarjung Hospital for multiple tumours and was discharged the very next day. Ayan's parents allege the child was discharged in a hurry as the hospital is at the forefront of the war on coronavirus. They fear Ayan's condition is getting worse.
बहुत हम लोग परेशान हैं। 8 महीने से लेकर इसको सारी इसकी हो गई है। पैसा भी जमा करवा लिए हैं, 28,500 रुपया ब्लड जमा कर दिए हैं, सारे रिपोर्ट जमा करवा लिए हैं, फिर भी हम लोग को दौड़ा रहे हैं। कोई सुन नहीं रहा है, यहाँ वहाँ भेज रहा है, कभी सफदरजंग कभी एम्स, और कोई इलाज नहीं हो रहा है।
कोई भी चीज जांच के लिए अभी तक ना कोई पूछ रहा है, खाली अंदर आइए।
Pancham from Ranchi has a similar story to tell. His kidneys are failing and he needs dialysis to survive. But the hospital where he received treatment is now shut.
नेफ्रॉन में हम डायलिसिस कराते थे, वहाँ आज गए तो पता चला कि उसको सील कर दिया गया। हम ये पूछते हैं सर, सील करने से पहले अल्टरनेट व्यवस्था क्यों नहीं किया गया डायलिसिस पेशेंट का? कोरोना वायरस से तो बाद में मरेगा पेशेंट, पहले ये डायलिसिस के बिना मर जाएगा।
As many hospitals in Ranchi remain closed, kidney patients are turning to the Rajendra Institute of Medical Sciences, but it has limited capacity to conduct dialysis.
अब सारे सेंटर्स का डायलिसिस लोगों ने क्लोज कर दिया है, ये कह के कि जब तक कोविड का आप टेस्ट ला के रिपोर्ट नहीं दीजिएगा हम नहीं करेंगे। तो नेचुरली यहाँ डायलिसिस के पूरे शहर के और अगल बगल के शहर के लोग यहाँ आ गए हैं।
Locked inside a Kolkata house, this 10-year-old boy is not quite aware of the threat to his life. He's HIV positive and hasn't had his medicines in 3 days. His mother, also HIV positive, is desperate to get hold of a new bottle of antiretroviral drugs, a life-saving medicine.
दवाई नहीं खाता है तो तबीयत खराब हो जाता है। दवाई खाता है तो अभी उसका तबीयत थोड़ा ठीक है, और पहला दवाई नहीं खाता था, सर घूम जाता था, सर घूम के 1-2 बार गिर गया था, सर भी फट गया था।
After repeated pleas, the state government has finally arranged a vehicle to deliver the medicines twice a week.
सरकार से ये बोला गया है कि हफ्ता में 2 दिन हम लोगों को व्हीकल दिया जाएगा, लेकिन पकड़ के चलिए 45,000 क्लाइंट हफ्ता में 2 दिन करके अगर जाए, सबके पास पहुंच सकते हैं क्या? ये फिजिबल नहीं है। और सबसे बड़ा बात यह है कि कुछ जगह ऐसा भी है, अगर पहुंचे भी कुछ जगह ऐसा भी है कि जो जिस एरिया हार्ड टू रीच है, तो वहाँ पे कम्युनिकेशन का बहुत प्रॉब्लम होता है, तो वहाँ पे जाना भी हम लोगों के लिए मुश्किल हो जा रहा है।
The focus across the country is on fighting COVID-19. Patients of other life-threatening diseases are finding it tough to get treatment. They're hoping the government will step in and ensure medical facilities are not denied to non-COVID patients. With Mosmi Singh, Indrajit Kundu and Mrityunjay Srivastav, Bureau Report, India Today.
So a big issue that I want to take up today, non-COVID patients, are they losing out in the focus on COVID? Sangeeta Reddy, Joint MD, Apollo Hospitals, joining me. Nanni Singh is Executive Member at Thalassaemics India. Monica Khanna is a cancer patient. She's based in Jammu. I appreciate all of you joining us. I want to come, before I come to you, Ms. Reddy, I want to go to Nanni Singh. She's Executive Member at Thalassaemics Society. Blood transfusion. Tell us the difficulties that blood transfusion patients are having during the lockdown.
Hi, good evening, Rajdeep, and good evening, everybody else. I'm glad that this subject has come up because this is a huge problem right now. You're aware that for thalassemia, blood is the lifeline, and if our children and our patients don't get blood, they won't survive. And right now, not only are there no blood donors, there's a huge shortage of blood. And the unfortunate part is that while that shortage is going on, and we are trying to get permissions from the blood banks and from the hospitals to allow our donors whatever we can possibly organize to allow the donors to come. Then the police is not cooperating despite the passes being issued. And I think,
No, are you saying a blood
lacking
donor doesn't get a curfew pass? Are you saying blood donors are not getting curfew passes?
No. So some hospitals and Red Cross Blood Bank, for example, in some hospitals are issuing us letters, which we are scanning and giving them to our donors saying, okay, fine, you're allowed to come. But the cops do not have awareness about this. They're saying, hum log kuch nahi denge, aap sarkar ka chitti dikhao. They have, to the extent of gone physical with our donors, which is so sad. Now, some hospitals are issuing a letter, some are not. Some are just giving you a slip to say, okay, this particular donor can come on such and such date. That's not being recognized by the cops. They don't care. They are saying, aap hospital ka chitti dikha do ya doctor ka chitti dikhao. It's not possible for some reason. Either there is a briefing gap or it comes under essential services. It's health. If these children don't receive their blood donation, the donors don't reach there, they don't get the blood, they won't live, they won't survive. I mean, what are we fighting COVID?
Okay.
These children won't make it.
I think you're making a very important point. Thalassemic children need urgent blood transfusion, which is why blood donors become critical. Monica Khanna, you're a cancer patient. Tell us your story, because dialysis and cancer patients too have come up with, I've got numerous mails of people telling me that they are finding it difficult to get the services they need.
Yeah, sir. I'm from Jammu, and I'm also a cancer patient, and I had to go through a follow-up right now, which was on the 4th of April, to get my scan done, and my that follow-up had to be done from Dr. Abhishek Shankar, and I had to go to Delhi, but then because of this lockdown, I cannot go, because I have to take permission from 3 states. Even if I go by car, there is no other mode of traveling. Like there's no, I cannot go by air or by train, and I have to go by car, and I have to take permission from 3 states because I have to pass through, like Haryana state, and then Punjab, and then again, I have to go to the UP. So it's very, very difficult right now.
So how are you doing your how are you doing your treatment then?
The treatments are, the thing is, like, it's taken a, I've taken a back step. See, I've been a cancer patient for the last 2 years. I got my chemo and my everything done, but I'm still on a drug that I have to take it, and I have to go for my follow-up very regularly over there. I have to get my scans done after every 6 months, and I have to show it to the doctors also. But the thing, this has taken a back stage right now because of the COVID-19. I cannot go.
Okay, let me take that to Dr. Sangeeta Reddy, who's joint MD at Apollo Hospital. Sangeeta Reddy, this is a serious problem. Here are people, thalassemic patients, a lot of children who suffer from thalassemia, as well as cancer patients. I know dialysis patients, all of whom are saying their concerns are being put on the back burner. How concerned are you about this?
So good evening, Rajdeep, and namaste to everybody. I think it's a very, very serious scenario, and I'm really pained to hear all the suffering that all these people are going through, even the cancer patients earlier. I think there's so many different scenarios and so many different instances. See, from the very beginning, we took a conscious call that our COVID hospital would be separate and the routine hospital would continue to run. So whether it's a dialysis patient or emergency and MIs and strokes, we continue to receive all those patients. Of course, because of lockdown, many outpatients are not coming in, but we actually ramped up our telemedicine, and so people are sitting at home and having teleconsults. But I think we need to do something for these patients and figure this out, because I just want to briefly tell you one quick story. There's a young girl who's our cancer patient in Apollo Hyderabad, and she actually has an eye tumor, and she's from Kerala. Her father is an electrician, and he spoke to the media saying, my daughter is due for chemotherapy, I have to go to Hyderabad. The media highlighted this story, and the chief minister of Kerala gave a letter, gave a car, and this child and her father and mother drove all the way to Hyderabad, and day before yesterday she had chemotherapy at Apollo Hyderabad. So I think that, it's not routinely happening. It needs a lot of help, and I think we need the help of governments, we need the help of
But there's
media.
no standard protocol, ma'am. There's no standard protocol, because there are hospitals and there are hospitals, right?
Rajdeep, may I say something?
So may I just close
sure.
one thing?
Yes,
so
of course.
Rajdeep, can we please, and I'm sure we can ask the health ministry and get these passed. Can we please create, and we will ask the ministry, one central helpline and a methodology to kind of triage the patients. And may I request then media? So I will actually, go out of the thing and try and talk to the Empowered Committee on Health tomorrow morning itself, and maybe do a news flash to all of you. We must solve this problem. Patients should not suffer.
Let's work together and solve it. I'm glad to hear that. I hope you can take that to the Health Ministry. But Nanni Singh, you wanted to quickly intervene. Go ahead, ma'am.
Yeah. What I wanted to say was I appreciate what Mr. Reddy just said, and I think creating a helpline will be very important, but that helpline must work. That is one thing. The second thing that I wanted to share with you was, she's right, hospitals have been allocated as COVID specialty hospitals. Now, I'm speaking specifically from thalassemia point of view. So our patients, the ones that were taking treatment there, have been moved out of that hospital into another hospital. Amazing. They've adjusted our patients. They've taken them on as extra cases. What is happening is that the entrance to the hospital is one. So the COVID patients who are coming in for screening, as well as the thalassemia patients who are totally so vulnerable because of their low immunity levels and their hemoglobin issues, and there's like no blood, they are being adjusted. They are being adjusted in the emergency ward. Emergency ward is the house of infections. So all we are requesting for is probably, if they are helping our patients adjust, they can at least sanitize and create an extra ward where they are adjusting our extra patients, so that the ones that are coming in schedule for their transfusions don't land up with hemoglobins and 4 and 5. There is no blood. Hemoglobins are 4 and 5. How are these kids going to live? They are sitting baits for COVID-19.
You're making an important point. This is being again said, Sangeeta Reddy, that, you say you've got a separate COVID hospital and a non-COVID patients, but most hospitals don't have those facilities today.
It's the same entrance, the same elevators.
Same entrance, same elevators. That is a problem.
That's technically wrong and should not be done. So I think you really should report this, because it's a risk to other patients. And dialysis patients are immunosuppressed. Chemotherapy patients are immunosuppressed.
Thalassemia,
they're susceptible, and thalassemia patients are especially vulnerable young children.
Absolutely.
So they're susceptible. We can and we should solve this problem. So let's figure out how we do this.
No, but do we have the facilities? Is our hospital infrastructure strong enough, Sangeeta Reddy, to have separate non-COVID and COVID hospital sections? Yes or no?
So, yes. Honestly, at the current level that we have, look at the numbers. The government itself has over 1 lakh beds for COVID. We have only 17,000 patients at the very maximum. We've discovered even less, but I'm saying include isolation, include the negative. We have enough beds. It's a matter of planning and coordination. Right. Please, let's find a way to do it together.
I want to ask.
Let's do it.
I think it's very reassuring to hear that. Yeah, Monica Khanna, I just want to ask
you my number. Please reach out to me.
I will connect Sangeeta Reddy and Nanni Singh at the end of this program. I'm going to make sure.
Appreciate that. Would appreciate that.
I'm going to do that.
There's another problem also, sir.
Yes, go ahead, Monica.
Just on behalf of Apollo, I will do this on behalf of the healthcare, the entire sector itself.
I am delighted when we can do that. I am delighted we can connect people. Monica, you wanted to make a point, ma'am. Yes, go ahead.
Yeah, I just want to say that we see when you are a cancer patient, you are also on a, drug, that anastrozole, we have to take it, and we are not even getting that also from the market, because all the chemists, they are not there, and even the drug is also not available, which is very, very important for a patient to eat, that the person has to take it for 5 years, when you are just off that chemo and all that, you have to be on the drug, and which is not even available there in the market. Right?
So how are you getting, so that's what I'm asking you, Monica ji, how are you getting your drugs, how are you getting your treatment at the moment done?
So it is very difficult right now. We are in a very, very grave situation, because the government should have thought about it, about the cancer patients also, because there's a cycle, of the chemotherapy and that radiation and everything, which has to be done after every 21 days. And if you just miss that out, and you never know where your cancer stands, because cancer is not going to wait for you.
Right.
Cancer is not going to wait.
You're absolutely right. You're right. So
this is another
cardiac, dialysis.
Well,
all these cancer, they cannot wait for COVID. I just want to add one more thing, that we have an app which is connected to a supply chain. So if we can help you in that also, I'll be happy. Please download Apollo 24/7 app. And there are over 3,600 pharmacies. We're working to get medicines to people. If we can help, I'd really love to. Right. But I'll also work with the health ministry and try and get this hotline available to help people, non-COVID people.
Sangeeta, let's work on this together. I mean, I'm with you on this. Let's get the government to commit to us and make a protocol which works for all and which actually works. Not that it's just hanging in the air.
Okay.
You know, they make a lot of systems, but they don't work. There are so many people along the line.
The reason I decided to do this was precisely that. I believe that in all the focus on COVID, we've ignored the fact that there are a number of non-COVID patients who seriously need urgent treatment. I hope that this discussion, Sangeeta Reddy promising to speak to the Health Ministry tomorrow, I will connect the two of you with Nani Singh.
Appreciate. Thank you so much.
Really appreciate you all.
And Rajdeep, very perceptive of you. Rajdeep, very perceptive of you. Thank you for raising a
Yes, that's very important.
It helps to have a son. It helps to have a son who's a doctor.
Yes, absolutely. No, but really appreciate because this is very, very important and the points have come up. And I'm sure this will help a lot of people along the line. I mean, we just got to do this for our
Okay, let's leave it there. Let's leave it there. I'm going to do the con calls as soon as the show is over. That's what we want to do. This is a problem which has multiple dimensions, and we will on India Today look at different dimensions. One day it's job loss, next day it's cancer patients. Corona is a hydra-headed monster at the moment.
Hello everyone, this is Rahul Kamal here. Hope you enjoyed this video. For the latest news and analysis, like and subscribe the India Today YouTube channel and don't forget to press the bell icon to stay updated.